Nailed it.
So
good at this.
It's almost like we've done it 804 times.
Jeez.
Yeah, right? So what did you say? You're under 6 to 8 inches of snow?
Yeah.
But it's warm enough that it'll melt and freeze.
The sun came out enough to kind of... Yeah, it was like... Maybe it topped out at 20 today. The sun came out and melted things. Like if you scraped it all the way to the sidewalk, it melted.
Are there snow shovels in your town? I feel like those.
I had to bring mine to work.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. And I brought mine from Indiana, so that's why.
I can imagine that the dude on the block with the shovel is real popular this week.
I'm the only shovel on the block. People were like brooming stuff. People got dustpans. I'm not kidding. It's wild here. It just doesn't snow like this. So
got their salad bowl out there digging themselves out.
It's so funny because I always envision it snowing there because you one time had to do a podcast from some woman's house.
That random lady's house.
Yeah.
I had to take my shovel over there and shovel off her.
Yeah.
And in exchange, hijacked her Wi-Fi.
Yeah. That's right. She didn't have enough food to feed me, if you'll recall.
I don't think she was expecting
for me to be snowed in.
Yeah. in a live situation.
Yeah, so just prepare to...
It'll be great.
It'll be perfect.
Y'all motherfuckers don't watch us play throughout the year, to tell you the truth. I'm gonna be real with you, and I don't care if I get fined.
I got my sweet jerk off. Put some strings on. That train is off the track.
Who doesn't love the bouncy castle?
Hitler.
Just prepare to... just prepare to be awash in undebeatable goodness.
Welcome, Pacers fans. You are listening to the Undebeatables, your semi-weekly Pacers podcast. This is episode 804, coming to you from the high school home of Jamison Brewer. I'm the doctor, Jason Triplett. This show, we're discussing a 2-1 week of basketball for the Pacers, including games against Atlanta, Chicago, and Atlanta. Joining me this week are two of our three analysts, coast to coast, like buttered toast. First from snowy Asheville, he's our in-house bartender, mixing up the drinks and the crappy jingles. It's John the Shoveler Colson.
What is up, Pacer Nation? What is up, Undebeatables? I hope everybody's safe and warm. This is not just hitting me here in Nashville. It's hitting like a third of the country, so stay safe out there.
Yeah, I heard Category 2 hurricane level winds on the coast.
On the coast, yeah. Did you get any of that?
No.
Okay.
It's just freaking cold. That's all it's here. But and from Tacoma, Washington, out west, it's our enforcer, John Harper.
What is going on, fellas? Shouting out the NBA's enforcer who invited Paul George to take 25 games off. Way to go, guys.
What happened?
Paul George caught a 25-game suspension.
Ooh.
For a violation of drug policy, which he claims was for a mental health issue. I am quite sure that the NBA does not make a habit of suspending people for Lexapro, so I'm going to go ahead and guess it's PEDs. There is something wrong with his brain, but that's a different thing.
That's a different thing. Yeah.
Medicinal
Pacers fans
PEDs.
are well aware of that.
Yep.
before we start the show, just want to remind listeners they can support the longest running Pacers podcast by heading over to patreon.com/undebeatables. You can support our show for as little as $1 a month. Welcome to some recent new Patreons. Nice to have you on board, joining the Slack chats and whatnot. Just in time for some winning Pacers basketball. Mm-hmm. And in fact, quite a week for the Pacers, as Pascal Siakam just today named one of the All-Stars. Congrats, Pascal.
Fantastic.
I believe that's his
shout out.
4th All-Star nod. Is that right? Something like that.
Second as a Pacer, at least.
Second as a Pacer, for sure, which is great. We will talk more All-Star stuff on Thursday's show. We'll draft the U.S. teams. The international team is set, but we'll draft the U.S. teams and fill you in on who's going to be playing in that game. All right, but on to Pacers basketball this week. It was a good week of Pacers basketball. Game 1 Monday at Atlanta, a 1:30 tip for this one due to weather concerns. Pacers playing quite well in this one up until, so if you just cut off the fourth quarter, Pacers were great in this game. Fourth quarter went horribly, and they lose 132 to 116. The aforementioned Siakam led the way with 26 points, 9 boards, 4 assists, and 3 blocks. The type of efforts that he puts in these days. And Aaron Nesmith chipped in 18. Let's see, Matherin and McConnell off the bench with 16 each. Just even scoring over on the Atlanta side. Who is it? CJ McCollum, who is a Pacers killer this year. Dropped 23 on our heads. A couple days later, the Pacers returned to the friendly confines to face the Chicago Bulls and eke this one out in the end. We're trailing much of the game, but come back from 14 down in the fourth quarter to win 113 to 110. 6 Pacers in double figures in this game, led by Pascal Siakam with 20 points. Nembhard, a masterful performance, 18 points, 9 assists, and 6 boards. He's averaging over 9 assists a game, or averaged over 9 assists a game in the month of February, or month of January. My gosh, winter storm is getting to me. And then on Saturday night, the Pacers face Atlanta in the rematch in Gainbridge Fieldhouse, and they win this one 129 to 124. Nembhard leading the way. 26 points, 10 assists, and 6 boards for him. Siakam, 25. Nesmith chips in 23. And the Pacers come away with their second victory of the week. Their 13th of the year. I should shout out on the Atlanta side, Jalen Johnson dropped a 33 points, 11 rebounds, 10 assists, 3 steals game on us. So that was fun to watch, but held him in check just enough in the fourth quarter to pull this one out. Let's see, Harper, what did you see from the Pacers this week?
Well, it was a surprisingly fun week of basketball. They defied my perfect week prediction, but I will forgive them because we beat the Bulls, and really that's all that matters in the course of a week.
3-0 against the Bulls this year.
I just love
Suck it, Chicago.
every bit of it. Suck it, Chicago. That was a fun game. We had no right to be there. We just kind of turned it on in that fourth quarter, and just got after them. It was really fun. Lots of Furphy minutes down the stretch. Jarris Wallace had an excellent week, double digits in I think all of these games, and like 5 of his last 6 or 6 of his last 7. He is really coming along, so that has been super fun to watch. And instant gratification getting back Atlanta after that Monday loss for the weird tip. It's nice to Let's not have to wait to get your revenge.
Yeah, last week you predicted that that was going to be a weird game. You said it was either going to be like 80 to 80 or 140. And in that first half, I mean, I maybe at least the first quarter, it was like 40 to 36 or so. It just was insane. They were scoring at will. And I was like, oh, this is going to be a 140 game. And boy, Atlanta kept scoring and we just stopped. So we just couldn't keep up the pace. We did, however, keep up the pace the second time we met Atlanta.
Well,
I think the Hawks might
80 in the first half. I thought we were going to go for 160.
I think they said it was the 8th time in Pacer history that we've scored 80 in the first half. I mean, that's not that often in a long history. But I think the Hawks are good. I've always said that they suck because of Trae Young, and then they traded him, and they're fun to watch. They score. They're long. They get turnovers. I thought they were enjoyable games watching them. It sucked that we fell apart in the fourth quarter of that first game, but these were fun games.
Yeah, they've got a ton of athletic guys. They forced 23 turnovers in the game on Saturday, the most recent game. 23, and that a whole bunch I think in the first game too.
Well, it's like a weird team.
16, which is high for us.
You look at their roster, and you're like, look at all of these great individual defenders, and then they go out and give up 130 to every night. You're like, what? What's going on there?
They play real fast, and they get a lot of rebounds, and I don't know. There's just lots of possessions when you play against them. I feel like.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, but I thought defensively the Pacers actually in the second half did pretty well in that game, sort of limiting. I think we won the rebounding battle, which is just rare for us. And so we did all the things. Were it not for those 23 turnovers, we would have blowed them out. Like we had shot the ball well, outboarded them 51 to 39. So that was good to see. Player I want to shout out this week is Johnny Furphy, who's been getting consistent minutes. I mean, he's been in the starting lineup for the past 3-4 weeks now or something, and kind of coming into his own. He's not scoring a ton, but I think his defensive energy is really good, and he goes after the glass, he rebounds pretty well. And then in that Chicago game, he ends up hitting the 2 free throws, his only 2 free throws of the game, to ice it against the Bulls, which was great.
A little bit of a wag of the finger to the team. No new starting lineups this week. It's a little jarring to just be playing with these same old starting lineups. Getting a little bored.
Sure.
Sitting on 25. Yeah, Furphy had a good week. In that Bulls game, he iced it, but he also let Kobe run right by him with the clock running down, and Nesmith had to bail him out with a heck of a block.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, it was beautiful.
Yeah, and then McConnell McConnelled him, but I don't even think he meant to. He's just standing there and kind of got the ball thrown in his chest to help put that thing away. So, a weird game. The Bulls are not that good, it turns out.
Well, and Furphy was a plus 15 in that first Atlanta game. One of the few guys in the positive side of the plus minus. So, giving you important rebounds, giving you hustle. He's really earned that spot in the starting lineup. I will say though, I have a theory.
Okay.
It's the J Huff theory. We were terrible defensively in that first half against Atlanta yesterday. We got 80 points, but we gave up whatever it was, 70 something. And we bring in Huff, and he just changed the game defensively. And he's not been starting. In fact, he's been getting just spot minutes. He completely changed the trajectory of that game. He gets 31 minutes, mostly I think they brought him in the second quarter, and he hit a 3 and got a block, and they're like, oh, okay, maybe we should ride this thing. He's a plus 10 in the plus minus. And I'm starting to wonder whether Carlisle has decided that Huff is a legitimate starting center in this league, but he's going to win us too many games. And so since we're still tinkering with the center position since we've lost Miles Turner, that we're going to start play small ball or give Micah Potter a bunch of minutes, even though we know Huff is the answer. This is my new theory.
Yeah. Jay Huff got a post game after that Hawks game, I think, and he was like, I've played in plenty of different situations, so I'm used to like not getting regular minutes. I've been in the G League, He's like, I've seen all of that. So I don't know. Carlisle maybe just be thinking that the NBA doesn't need a center in a lot of games anymore. And
well, he definitely helped
Atlanta,
when we were getting out rebounded, by the Hawks.
Because they've got an actual center over there who can bump you out of the paint. So, yeah, he was very helpful.
Yeah.
How was Matherin's return for you guys this week?
Up and down, as has been his want this season.
Yeah.
He's, I think Quinn described it best. I forget if it was the Chicago or the second Atlanta game. He was like, Matherin, he's just a bucket. That's what he is, right? And he looks very comfortable in this role coming off the bench, right? Where he knows what his job is. His job is to go in there and just get buckets and get to the line. And so he looks very comfortable, I thought, this week. He struggled a little bit in the Atlanta game, but still some of the shots he makes are just incredible. And, he gets to the line, which is great. I don't know. What do you think? We're coming up on the trade deadline here, and obviously he's the piece that might have the most value other than our number 1 draft pick, which we're probably not going to trade.
That ain't going anywhere.
Right.
Unless we're getting Giannis.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
If they're up for a Giannis and a pick, or Matherin and a pick, I'll take a Giannis off their hands.
Right. Sure.
I don't know.
What do you think, Colson?
He's still shaky to me,
go
right?
ahead.
I just, his decision making confuses me sometimes. It's just he just refuses to formulate a plan. Like I know coaches do nothing all day but tell him he needs a plan before he goes into the paint, and he just will not do that. He just goes down there and ends up in a lot of sloppy turnovers, and he doesn't know what he wants to do when he gets to the rim. So if he doesn't pick up the foul, he's certainly not hitting the shot. And just not a lot of growth there. He had a couple really nice moments where, he got in the paint. There was a kick out. I can't remember who nailed the 3 for him. It might have been Huff, actually, or maybe Nimhard. But, that sort of thing, we hope to see more of him. But I feel like that stuff's a little few and far between and is more than offset by the continued propensity to turn the ball over. And the defense hasn't grown a lot.
Yeah, I'm with you that, we were hoping that he would evolve into a piece that fit in that starting lineup. And he just is more comfortable off that bench. He is, outside of Siakam, the only guy that consistently gets to the line for us. But yeah, you're right. Part of that is throwing his body at the rim and seeing what happens, and sometimes that's a turnover. I think
his signature move is get into the lane and then do this super slow-mo Euro step kind of thing, which is throws the defenders off sometimes, but half the time they're just you're moving slow, slap. I'm gonna take that ball. It is very weird.
But yeah, he got some boards this week. I thought, was it the Chicago game where he was moving the ball pretty well?
Yep.
But yeah, sometimes you just feel like he's making the right decision, and sometimes you feel like he hasn't grown much from that rookie year.
Yeah. It's a good point.
I feel like Jarris Walker might have had a better week.
Yeah, he's starting to look like something.
Yeah. Yeah, he is starting to look like something. It's just, Mathurin is such a talent, and maybe his role is just to be a guy who's going to give you a scoring punch off the bench. I don't think that's what he wants. I think he aspires to more than that, and good on him. But this team depends on ball movement, especially in that starting unit. And
Sure.
His ball movement is to dribble into the lane and do the slow Euro step. It's not as much about making the extra pass.
Jarris had 5 steals in just that first Hawks game. Benny is never going to have a game with 5 steals.
No. Well, so I guess the options are, ride it out, right, and then see what happens in the off season, or trade deadline's coming up. When is it? Thursday, I think, is the trade deadline.
Thursday?
Yeah, Thursday. At like 3 o'clock or something.
Sure. Are there things out there that the Pacers might be active in doing to sort of position themselves, not necessarily for success this year, but to be ready to make a leap when Halle comes back next year?
They have been shaking the tree on every center below the age of 25, essentially.
Okay.
This is going to be amazing reporting right now. I can't think of anything.
Our man on the inside.
That's right.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, Misi on Pelicans. Is that who you're thinking about?
Yeah, Misi on the Pelicans. And it's Okongwu.
He's
Misi,
hurt
though.
right now.
He's been in reports. Who's the goofy white guy from Utah who's out for the season? But
Kessler.
Kessler.
Walker.
We've been shaking the tree on that one.
Still want that guy.
So and then Gafford from the Mavs.
From Dallas.
Yeah. And I don't know if any of those guys are worth Mathurin, honestly. I don't know. Are any of those guys better than him? I don't think so, but I guess they fill a different role.
Right. Yeah. It's about roster balance, I guess. Right?
Walker Kessler is a 14, 11, 3, and 2 guy. So, yeah, he's as good as Mathurin is.
Yeah. He might, be asking more than Mathurin. They might be asking more than Mathurin.
Potentially. I don't know. And what happens if, Boozer falls into our lap? Do we want an actual center, or are we going to, if we end up with Boozer in the draft, is he our center? And Siakam's our 4.
Yeah, probably.
I just feel like it's dicey.
Enough to be a center?
He's 6'9", but he has a low post game.
Is Jarris? We were playing him out there against Chet Holmgren last week.
Sure, that's fair.
Do not care.
Guess that's true, yeah. We don't rebound the ball anyway, so why do we need tall guys?
Exactly. We just need guys who can stretch the floor.
I don't know. It feels like, the problem is if we don't want to sign him, Mathurin, he just walks away and we lose this talent. You can maybe get a sign and trade. There's things that can happen in the offseason. Maybe somebody offers him a reasonable number and we match it. And so he's still on our team and he's still an asset. But if you don't trade him now and you don't re-sign him because you're not comfortable with the number, you're going to be in a situation like we were with Turner. You just walk away, and then you're scrambling to fill the gaps.
Sure, yeah. I think it's less of a concern with a guy at Mathurin's level than it is with, superstar, right? The analogy is not the same, but having lived in Washington for many years, there was that situation where they had Otto Porter Jr. was going to be a free agent. So they were like, oh, we got to either sign him or get something for him. I mean, he's an asset. And then they signed him for this ridiculous contract that's like, that was just dumb. Like, the cap space is more valuable than that, Like, so I think you got to be careful of talking yourself into, like, we got to hold on to these assets because they're assets, they're chips, like, there's, especially in a league where the apron is so intense and the tax is so intense in terms of flexibility of player movement or like roster flexibility, that saving cash is also useful.
I mean, the Cavs just moved DeAndre Hunter, who I'm pretty sure they like better than Dennis Schroeder, to save money, even though they're chasing a chip. Like, But for $50 million, why not?
Yeah, I mean, and honestly, Mathern's not doing himself any favors right now with sort of. I mean, again, he was hurt. His toe made him sort of lose that starting spot, and he's been playing better off the bench. But he's not going to demand starter money if he's not starting.
He just looks so much more comfortable as a bench guy, and I don't think that's going to be lost on GMs around the league. Like, there's guys who can yoke on second units in this league.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what GMs are going to pay money for.
Yeah.
No, but there is value in that.
Sure.
Right? Like,
it's just, 10 to 15 million, not 20 to 30 million.
Right. And
right. I mean, maybe upper limit is 20-ish or something, right? Like,
depending on how much you like his upside, yeah. Because he's young. Yeah. He's very young.
Right.
But is he worth that to us? Because he doesn't quite. I mean, he's very valuable as that scoring punch off the bench, but for that price tag.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good question. I think maybe it depends on what ends up happening with the draft. Like, if you feel like you have a playmaker, scorer guy like that can come off the bench and just get buckets, then and might be the a franchise changing player, then there's less pressure to keep a playmaker like that on the roster, right?
But we do know that when the rest of our roster is filled out, that he's a really valuable piece. I mean, part of the equation for us is probably even locating how happy he's going to be if his future with our team is as a bench player, right? Because, what if DeBonsa falls in our lap? I'm pretty sure that is not going to do great things for Mathern's state of mind if, a guy with as much talent as him is going to be probably starting in a year, right? Even if he does crawl up the ladder. So, I mean, it's complicated. I know that Matherin wants, starter NBA minutes. So, I don't know. I'm sure that there's honest conversations between both sides about what the best fit for him is going to be. It'd be interesting to be a fly on a wall for those, because I'm sure he's got strong opinions. As he should. He's a competitor.
Yeah. I mean, he thinks, you will regret your decision if you let me walk away. And better trade him or make sure he ends up in the Western Conference, so you only have to face him twice a year.
Yeah. Right?
Because he's definitely going to drop 50 or whatever at some point.
Gonna try.
Right. All right. Well, it remains to be seen what the Pacers or what anybody else in the NBA does. There will be seemingly some moves for sure, so we'll talk about them next week, I think. All right. Pacers this week continue playing basketball, of course. We are starting what on the books on paper Let's see. So we have 2 home games first. Sorry. So Monday we host the Rockets, and Tuesday hosting the Utah Jazz. And then starting Friday, we go what on paper is a 6-game road swing, but really it's a 4-game road swing and then a 2-game road swing. So we play at Milwaukee on Friday, and then at Toronto on Sunday. That's a 3 p.m. tip to get you ready for the Super Bowl. What are you guys feeling for this 4-game week? 2 at home, 2 on the road, 2 good teams, 2 bad teams.
Probably a 2-2 week.
It feels like 2-2, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like a 2-2 week. If we're careful, we're going to stack too many of these 2-2 weeks together, and
Yeah. Well, the last 2 games on that
ranking is going to go bad.
Yeah, the last 3 games on that road trip are Brooklyn, Washington, Washington 2. I think I better pick 1 and 3 this week. I'm a little concerned about these wins stacking up. I'm taking 1 and 3.
All right, too many wins
Sounds
stacking
good.
up. We're gonna bench Huff
I
again.
feel a 3 in
It'll be
1
fun.
week coming.
Ooh, boy.
Oh no!
Taking out
Yeah.
Toronto.
Yeah. Yeah, we owe Toronto 1, I think. Yeah. Didn't we play well against Houston, too? Yeah.
I think we did for a stretch.
Yeah.
For a stretch. Okay. As is our want this
Yeah.
year.
Yeah. 3 solid quarters.
Yeah. That's good enough. All right. Well, until Thursday, when we talk to you about some more All-Star stuff and whatnot, we want to thank you for listening. You can find us on Twitter. We are at Undebeatables. We are on Facebook.com/TheUndebeatables. You could email us, shout out at TheUndebeatables.com. We also have a website, TheUndebeatables.com, with a contact form. And while you're there, you can hop over to the merch page, get yourself a Schmedium t-shirt.
For the architect, Donnie Walsh, and the Pacers' first couple, Nancy and Bobby Sickleonard. Turn out the lights. The party's over.
I think you broke,
Yeah.
what are we on? Discord?
Yeah. The internet.
It like cut out the middle of that
The
song
internet
because I didn't
censored
hear
him.
it. It was like
in real
yeah,
time.
It's like no. We're not allowing this. So I can't wait to listen to the pod to hear what you actually said.
To see how I broke the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'm glad you experienced that too, Harper.
Yeah.
Well, I hope Matherin either gets traded or loves being on our team. Shout out, Matherin.
Okay.
Shout out, Benny.
Shout out.